Hello, everybody. We all heard what happened in PS 249. It's a shame a science teacher should molest children. It's an awful shame. The bad thing about it is that it happened in Brooklyn. And Brooklyn, unfortunately, has a DA, a district attorney, Mr. Ken Thompson, who is pro-pedophiles. He makes sure that all the pedophiles should go out with sweetheart deals, not to sit in jail, and he has a Jewish liaison, Mr. Wolf Sanders, who goes around bragging in the Jewish community. I made sure that Rabbi Rosenberg will have no success. I give cheap lawyers for all the pedophiles, and he also antagonized the husband of a victim that his wife was victimized. And when there's a big Jewish wedding, Mr. Wolf Sanders brags, I am going to bring down Rabbi Rosenberg. We will have a non-clean community full of pedophiles, and they will roam the streets. It's a shame that Mr. Thompson, when he took Mr. Wolf Sanders, he did not check out his bad record that he has, and he stood next to Mr. Dov Heikin, who has a very bad record. He stole close to $1 million that was given to protect children, and he said he gave it to somebody, and it disappeared. It vanished under the earth. And these are the people who we are depending on for our law system. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, everybody that has a child in PS 249, and also every person that's devoted for children, should make sure that they follow the register when this child molester teacher is going to have his day in court, and make sure we all go out. It's an all-out war. Remember, united we stand, divided will fall. The way Brooklyn is now in the Jewish community is so messed up that a child would be afraid to come forward because they saw what happened to all the people who came forward. They got sweetheart deals. We have a teacher who took 6 boys into a hotel where they have X-rated movies. He was supposed to go to sit for 20 years, and Mr. Wolf Sanders gave him such a sweetheart deal. It's unbelievable. He got 2 months of prison. Ha ha, it's a joke, right? It's a shame of what's going on. We, unfortunately, people who live in Brooklyn, had a DA, Mr. Charles Hines, who was as corrupt as any corrupt person can be. He had the monies that was given from the communities. He had everything. And he had the liaison, Mrs. Hannah White. She sent away tens of cases that I sent victims to go to the DA's office. Now, finally, we changed the DA, and we thought that Mr. Ken Thompson is going to be better. He is much worse than Mr. Charles Hines. By Mr. Charles Hines, if it hit to the press, he would be afraid to play around with the case. But Mr. Thompson, all the cases that Mr. Charles Hines had arrested, Mr. Thompson gave them a sweetheart deal. There are barely any new cases that are coming forward, and I understand why. Because not only are they being intimidated in the community, not only are they being thrown out from the community and the children from classes, not only all these things that are happening, the predator gets away with a sweetheart deal, no jail, and it's because explanations, it's the first time and there's not a permanent damage. I'm an advocate, and I was victimized by a Mr. Schnitzler. He poured bleach in my eyes. The lawyer is a liar. He changed to this lawyer, to Izzy Fried. The first lawyer probably didn't want to say these lies. He gets on the stand and he says Rabbi Rosenberg doesn't have a permanent damage. He never went through my file. He never went through my doctor's reports. And he gave a statement to the judge. And guess what? He walked away. He got 5 years probation. And there were some other lies that he said, that I went into his store, which there is a witness, and it's a grand jury testimony that it's a lie. I was on the other side of the street. So if these lawyers get away with all these lies, how protected are we? We are not protected, and I want you to know, if we will fight together, we will win. Otherwise, we are going to lose this war, because these people who are pedophiles are coming up with so many tricks and monies and lawyers that it's a shame. This should never be. Mr. Thompson knows that his office is full of lies. He fired 11 people, he fired here, he fired there. He doesn't have that office in control. And if we let this go through, then hey, they might as well close down the offices, the DA's office and the court system. They should give it away to these people who sat in jail for nothing from Charles Hines lies. This is not a system that can work. We're also begging the U.S. Attorney and the Attorney General to make a special commission to investigate the few sex abuse cases that happened the past 3-4 months. They will fall on their nose what kind of hypocrisy is going on here. Therefore, again, I beg everybody that has children in this public school and in other public schools, make sure you follow the teachers' arraignment dates and you make sure you're there to speak up, to show your face, to talk to the media. It must stop. Thank you very much. I'm a concerned advocate for your children as well as for mine.